This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 6th day of November in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here is what we're tracking tonight. Vice President Jagdeo this afternoon said the government is actively considering new laws, which when passed will curtail the rights and privileges that migrants would have when moving to Guyana. At a press conference at his party's headquarters on Robb Street, Mr. Jagdeo said the recent bombing at a gas station has caused the government to look at the issue of migration closer, and new measures are actively being considered.
Further, we have to pass laws to determine what rights people are going to have here if they're migrants. We want people to come and work, because we need that, like on construction sites where we have shortages, etc. But they can't change the nature of our society. And we've made it clear that we would have to think about people who come here and maybe they can have residency but not voting rights.
The Vice President said a new migrant policy is also in the works. He said that with the government's new EID program, every person present in the country will have to be registered. This, he noted, will help the government to know the people in the country, and then the government can gauge their movements.
So every person in Guyana will have a card with biometrics there, facial recognition, everything there on it. If you don't have that card, hard to survive in this country. You can't be working because the employers, people who employ you, will face serious penalties when they check their workers and they don't have that card. To open a bank account, you need a card of that nature. To remit money to another country, because some people send money back home, we're here, you'd need that card.
Jagdeo said the administration will hold consultations on how much rights it is prepared to accord the people who come to Guyana, given that the country must be preserved for Guyanese. He said the new interventions are nothing new, and they have happened in places like Qatar and the United Arab Emirates. He described the issue as a crucial one for the safety and security of the country. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Every year somebody wins, but this year?
This year is my turn.
I'm going big. 48,000? Easy, that's 6 coupons.
Smart and fast, my win is just a scan away. Oh, and I take in that fridge too.
This is the winning one.
This year, the win is mine.
Shop $8,000 or more at any 6 Massey stores, and you'll get a chance to win our grand prize, the brand new 2025 Hyundai Creta, plus amazing consolation prizes. Massey Stores, our family serving your family.
Get ready, Guyana! The biggest trade and investment showcase is here. It's bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Guy Expo 2025. Discover new products, explore opportunities, and celebrate the best of Guyanese business, culture, and creativity in one place. With entertainment, family fun, and endless connections, you can't miss it. November 13 to 16, National Exhibition Center. For more information, call 219-0038, 219-0088, or 219-0089, or visit our website, guyexpo.gy. It's Guy Expo 2025, transformation through entrepreneurship and innovation.
Let's tell you now, the days after filing a $34 billion tax evasion charge against businessmen Nazar Mohamed and Azruddin Mohammed related to gold exports, the Guyana Revenue Authority this morning withdrew the charges, offering no explanation to the court. The Mohammeds appeared in court this morning to face the new charges, but the court was informed by the prosecuting attorneys that the Revenue Authority was withdrawing the charges. In the charges filed, the GRA claimed that the Mohammeds had evaded more than $34 billion in local taxes between 2019 and 2023 with the alleged falsification of gold export documents. The Mohammeds had always maintained their innocence. The now withdrawn GRA charges followed an 11-count indictment filed by the U.S. government in a Florida court last month against the Mohammeds, claiming tax evasion through wire and mail fraud and money laundering related to gold exports from Guyana. The U.S. is currently seeking the extradition of the father and son to face the charges in the U.S. Following the withdrawal of the local charges this morning, lead attorney for the Mohammeds, Sion Dorjon, said the GRA was on a fishing expedition with the new charges.
I asked the prosecutors of the GRA why it was withdrawn. They could not give a reason. They said it was above their pay grade. But we know why the charges were withdrawn. The charges were withdrawn because this was a fishing expedition. They filed the charges to see if we would come to the table and try to bargain with them to alleviate some or all of the taxes. We did no such thing. They have no evidence to substantiate any of these 10 charges, which charge them with under-declaring very colossal amounts of income tax to the tune of billions of dollars without presenting a shred of evidence. Now, apart from that, less than 15 days ago, notices of assessments for these amounts were sent. And the law says that within 15 days after receipt of the notice of assessment, the taxpayer has an opportunity to raise an objection to the notice. And we raised an objection only yesterday. In fact, up to Friday, I think, is the deadline for us to raise our objection.
The attorney said the GRA must have realized that the recently instituted charges were badly filed against his clients, Nazar and Azruddin Mohammed.
So I don't know if they have misapprehended the rights and powers of a taxpayer under law. But I think that the charges it was realized last minute that the charges were badly brought and they are misconstrued. both in law and in fact.
But in a statement this afternoon, the Guyana Revenue Authority said the charges were filed before the receipt of a request from the government of the U.S. to the governments of Guyana for the extradition of Nazar Mohamed and Azruddin Mohamed. According to the GRA, in light of the extradition request, the government of Guyana's decision to proceed with the said extradition and taking into account all relevant legal principles, including international comity, appropriateness, and fairness, the charges were withdrawn and discontinued in full. The attorney for the Mohameds said the Mohameds will continue their fight against all charges that have been filed against them at various levels of the court system. Azruddin Mohamed, who was recently sworn in as a member of parliament, told reporters that the latest court action filed against him by the GRA was baseless.
The charges are frivolous and vexatious, trumped up charges, baseless. We will win all these matters in the court. We are innocent.
The Mohameds are facing a number of other charges in the courts related to tax evasion and fraudulent declaration. They have also moved to the High Court seeking to have some of those charges thrown out. Last Friday, the father and son appeared at the same Georgetown Magistrates Court after being arrested following an extradition request from the U.S. government. That matter is still ongoing. They were granted bail in the sum of $150,000 each in relation to the extradition issue. Police Lance Corporal Christophe de Nobrega was today set free of the charge of murder related to the shooting death of 25-year-old Quindon Bacchus. De Nobrega was accused of killing Bacchus in June of 2022 during an unauthorized police operation in the East Coast village of Haslington. Today, the policeman was set free of the murder charge after Justice Gino Posad upheld a no-case submission by the defense on the grounds that there was insufficient evidence to prove the case against his client. As such, on the instruction of the judge, the jury returned a not guilty verdict, and de Nobrega was acquitted of the charge. Outside the courthouse, de Nobrega declined to comment, but his attorney George Thomas praised the ruling.
Mr. de Nobrega is now a free man. We're happy for the result, and we're grateful for everything that has transpired so far. It's only unfortunate that he had to stand trial for such an offense. There was very little evidence to incriminate him in any form or fashion. But it's come to an end.
Quindon Bacchus, a father of one, was gunned down by the police on the 10th of June 3 years ago. The incident was first described as an undercover sting operation by the Guyana police force, which led to a shootout with the deceased and members of the police force. At the time, the police claimed that Mr. Bacchus was about to sell an undercover officer an unlicensed firearm, and that when the police revealed themselves to him, he ran and started firing gunshots at them. The police claimed that they subsequently returned fire, hitting him, and he succumbed to those injuries. However, investigations later revealed that there was no authorized police operation in the area, and no police commander was aware of the operation. In November of 2024, the Supreme Court awarded $24 million to the family of Quindon Bacchus in a separate wrongful death case which was filed against the state of Guyana.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank. We're the one for you.
It's a 2025 Denmark Music and Entertainment Awards. Let's go!
Even if you're away.
Firstly, rest up, charge up, rise up.
Let him go. I'm from a kingdom where we live by the laws of God, not the words of people.
They all left undone. It was my fault.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful experience. I think they should have it every single year for all the Guyanese artists. And I think they should show more, Guyanese people should show more support.
I
feel amazing. I feel so grateful to be a part of it. So it's great to see the cultures building together and actually building a bridge closer together.
Don't know why I try to find love in these eyes.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Stabrook Market.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. I can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember. Or one night to forget. One moment. So many stories that make.
On Saturday the 15th November, the Guyana National Stadium comes alive, featuring Massacre.
Call it brave, don't call it luck. One aim of the riches, I'm a target. Lucky business with you so.
Cranium. Chanel Muir. Win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car.
Get your tickets to see Massacre live in concert alongside Chanel Muir and Cranium at the National Stadium. In Linden, get it from Muslim Top-Up Shop, Bloomingdale's Fashion, Broad Money Spare Parts, Rodney's Court, and Crown Auto Nation Office. On the East Bank, get it from Suicide Junction. In Berbice, get it from Rise Burgers. That's in Leisure Inn, New Amsterdam. If you're on the West Side, get it from UK Goods and Consultancy Service West Bank and West Vibes Bar. In the city, get it from Fireside Grill, Stovetop Restaurant, Extra Energy in the Stabrook Market, Pressy's Gift Shop, Grill Kings Mandela, Stefan Simon on 661-9966, M&J Designs at 684-6477, and The Other Wife Restaurant. General tickets are $6,000, VIP access $30,000, and VVIP $45,000.
Make this Christmas happen for everyone this year with Republic Bank. Make this Christmas happen with Republic Bank this year.
On the police blotter tonight, police investigators are this evening probing the murder of a 25-year-old Sophia man who was stabbed to death on Wednesday night by his 23-year-old reputed wife, who has gone on the run. The dead man has been identified as Akeem Evans of Beefield, Sophia. Investigators are on the hunt for his estranged reputed wife, Janoria Heaven Brown. Persons in the area said the couple shared a small apartment on the bottom flat of the home of the man's parents. The man was seen running out of the apartment screaming and clutching his chest last night before collapsing in the yard. He was rushed to the hospital by the reputed wife and other relatives. However, the wife bolted from the hospital after he was pronounced dead. At the couple's apartment, police investigators said they found blood across the living room floor and other parts of the apartment. A relative of the suspect said the woman suffered years of abuse at the hands of the victim. The relative said it appears as though the woman's actions were as a result of her being physically assaulted again on Wednesday and earlier in the week. However, relatives of the man, who asked for their identities not to be made known, said it was the other way around, and it is the woman who was abusive.
This girl's a very aggressive and disrespectful girl to this family, because I never seen anyone be aggressive towards she. You understand? She's always the one cussing to the top of she voice. And I know these big people, I ain't saying they don't cuss or whatever, but she's be very disrespectful within the people house and aggressive towards this youth. I never even see he with a frown on his face when she cussing he. You understand? So I want to know how this man being labeled like some woman beater and all these things. Well, I can't say I don't be in the bedroom with them. But from what I could see and a lot of people within this neighborhood, this girl is bad news, my brother. You understand? And I wish that it turned out better than this, that you would have left shit within a, sometime earlier than now.
I try to tell me son about this woman, and he want to fight me all kind of stuff. When I try to tell you the truth about this woman, I try to tell him mother, we got to get rid of this woman out here because this woman blocking progress all kind of.
Tonight, the Guyana Police Force said the investigations are still open. Security matters to report now. Colombian national Yason Andres Sanchez Vallejo, who was earlier this year sanctioned by the U.S. government along with 4 Guyanese nationals and another Colombian on alleged drug trafficking, was arrested on Tuesday in Guyana, according to local law enforcement. The Guyana Police Force reported this afternoon that Sanchez Vallejo was nabbed at the Curupukari police checkpoint in Essequibo as part of a routine security screening procedure. The police said during the screening process, the man was found in possession of a passport bearing the immigration stamp RLL, which means refuse leave to land. As checks by the police confirmed his identity to be Yason Andres Sanchez Vallejo, who is among persons sanctioned by the U.S. in relation to drug trafficking, he was placed under arrest. The police said he is assisting with the investigations. The Colombian is alleged to have been part of a major drug trafficking ring that involved Guyana, Venezuela, and Colombia. 5 other persons were named on the same sanction list, including 4 Guyanese nationals. A senior Guyana Police Force officer is among the locals named to be part of that drug trafficking ring. According to the U.S. government, traffickers would coordinate the importation of cocaine loads from Colombia and Venezuela to Guyana via small aircraft, utilizing illegal airstrips in the country as landing spots. The U.S. government said cocaine has been discovered buried in underground bunkers located on airstrips and in jungle territory, with Guyana's Marima-Waini region as a prominent location. The U.S. also said the cocaine would then be flown via aircraft to the U.S., Europe, and the Caribbean. Did somebody say cash grant? Well, President Irfan Ali has confirmed that he will be making an announcement soon regarding cash transfers for Guyanese. He is urging citizens without bank accounts to ensure they obtain one soon to ensure a smooth delivery process. During an interview, the president said he will announce several measures, including cash transfers, that will benefit every category of Guyanese.
I'm going to announce before the end of the year a series of measures, not only looking at cash grant, but looking at the total empowerment of every Guyanese. Whether you're someone living with disability, the elderly, children, women, small businesses, farmers, you name it, every category. I'm going to announce a comprehensive slew of measures that would include, of course, cash transfer to families.
The president said the government is in the process of doing things digitally, and he wants citizens to get on board with the digital transformation so that all government services, including transfers, would be easier.
There's no excuse. We want every Guyanese to own their own bank account so that this digital transfer would be easy and efficient and, of course, transparent. So let us use this period, and we're using this period also to put the mechanism in place and finalize the system of delivery.
This afternoon, Vice President Bara Jagdeo said those without bank accounts will still benefit from the cash transfers. President Ali has also announced a one-off $150,000 cash grant for fishermen. He has also announced an injection of $2.7 billion to assist local rice farmers.
Get ready, Guyana! The biggest trade and investment showcase is here. It's bigger, better, and bolder than ever. Guy Expo 2025. Discover new products, explore opportunities, and celebrate the best of Guyanese business, culture, and creativity in one place. With entertainment, family fun, and endless connections, you can't miss it. November 13 to 16, National Exhibition Center. For more information, call 219-0038, 219-0088, or 219-0089, or visit our website, guyexpo.gy. It's Guy Expo 2025, transformation through entrepreneurship and innovation.
On Saturday the 15th November, the Guyana National Stadium comes alive, featuring Massacre.
Call it brave, don't call it luck. One aim of the riches, I'm a target. Lucky business with the soul.
Cranium.
Chanel
Muir. Win an exclusive gate prize of a brand new car.
Get your tickets to see Massacre live in concert alongside Chanel Muir and Cranium at the National Stadium. In Linden, get it from Muslim Top-Up Shop, Bloomingdale's Fashion, Broad Money Spare Parts, Rodney's Court, and Crown Auto Nation Office. On the East Bank, get it from Suicide Junction. In Berbice, get it from Rise Burgers. That's in Leisure Inn, New Amsterdam. If you're on the West Side, get it from UK Goods and Consultancy Service West Bank and West Vibes Bar. In the city, get it from Fireside Grill, Stovetop Restaurant, Extra Energy in the Stabrook Market, Pressy's Gift Shop, Grill Kings Mandela, Stefan Simon on 661-9966, M&J Designs at 684-6477, and The Other Wife Restaurant. General tickets are $6,000, VIP access $30,000, and VVIP $45,000.
Something new has been growing, and it's now ready for you to pick. Fresh. Taste the Bruta freshness. Pick the fresh new 200 ml size today. Live Brutiful.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guy Oil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guy Oil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. At least one economist has indicated that the damage to Jamaica's infrastructure, spanning housing, water, electricity, telecommunications, and roads, could reach an estimated $16 billion, or potentially up to at least 75% of gross domestic product (GDP). Economist Quindon Falconer said Wednesday that with GDP expected to fall in the wake of Melissa's impact, the debt-to-GDP ratio, governed by a legislated fiscal rule since 2014, would rise in the medium term. He noted that the country was on target to reduce its debt to GDP ratio to 60% by March 2026. The debt to GDP ratio is a country's public debt to its annual economic output expressed as a percentage. In these circumstances, the legislation allows for a suspension of the rules so that the government can recalibrate its fiscal position for the future, he said. In a statement to Parliament on Tuesday, Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness said a preliminary estimate of Melissa's impact, based on benchmarks of comparable regional disasters, the physical infrastructure, is estimated at between $6 billion and $7 billion, which is equivalent to 28% to 32% of the GDP for fiscal year 2024-2025. The Prime Minister said a preliminary estimate suggests that short-term economic output could decline by 8 to 13%. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum said Wednesday she filed a complaint against a man who groped her and tried to kiss her as she walked between meetings in the capital city a day after a video of the incident went viral. Video of the incident quickly spread across the internet before being taken down by some accounts, underscoring for many in Mexico the insecurity women face in a country steeped in gender-based violence. It has also raised questions about Sheinbaum's security detail. Like her predecessor, Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, Sheinbaum travels with minimal security and makes herself widely available to the public, including wading into crowds of people. She said on Wednesday that she did not plan to change that practice. And finally tonight, international news. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy has warned that air traffic capacity will be cut by up to 10% at 40 major airports over the coming days if the government shutdown continues. The decision, which is expected to affect domestic flights only, was made because air traffic controllers had been reporting fatigue, the head of the Federal Aviation Administration said at a briefing alongside Duffy. Some 1.4 million federal workers, from air traffic controllers to park wardens, are working without pay or are on forced leave because the U.S. Congress has not agreed to a federal funding budget. Major airports in Atlanta, New York, and Washington, D.C. will be affected by the reduce in service. Unions say many employees are becoming ill with stress or are being forced into taking second jobs. On Wednesday, the federal government funding impasse became the longest shutdown in U.S. history. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.